My name is Kelly Donahue. I am a certified SymptoPro Fertility Education Instructor. Since 2008, I have been helping engaged and married couples learn how to chart their cycles and plan their families naturally. I am excited to be part of the 𝗕𝗵𝗶 Collective and have the opportunity to share with you some of the pearls that I have learned about natural family planning. This weekend, you have listened to awesome talks by the members of the 𝗕𝗵𝗶 Collective. You now know the basics of 𝗕𝗵𝗶. You've been introduced to the spiritual foundations that make 𝗕𝗵𝗶 great, and you've had some of your specific questions answered. Now you are ready to move forward, right? Oh, but wait, I can hear some of you saying, "No, Kelly, I'm not ready. I really want to practice natural family planning, but I just can't seem to take that final step, and I don't know why." My talk is entitled Overcoming Fear and Moving Forward in Freedom. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to share with you the number one reason that prevents couples from moving forward with 𝗕𝗵𝗶. Then I'm going to outline a 4-step plan that can help you finally take that final step forward. Let's get started. Every couple deserves to plan their family in freedom instead of fear. The number one reason that prevents couples from moving forward with 𝗕𝗵𝗶 is fear. As American women, we fear our fertility. This is witnessed in the way that we plan our families. It is witnessed in the way we give birth to our babies. And it is witnessed in how we educate our daughters about the menstrual cycle. When we are afraid, our bodies release stress hormones. These hormones change the homeostatic balance in our bodies, and we experience physical symptoms such as increased heart rate, muscle tension, and sweating. This is called the fight or flight response. Fight or flight is a physiological process that evolved to enable our ancestors to face immediate dangers, such as fighting or running away from a tiger. Unfortunately, our bodies cannot distinguish real dangers from simple fears. And so our bodies react the same way to the fear of fertility as they do to a hunting tiger. If you find yourself feeling stressed, nervous, or anxious when considering 𝗕𝗵𝗶, or if you simply can't seem to take that final step, you may be stuck in fight or flight. A fear of fertility may be your tiger, and you may be running away. So, why do we fear fertility? When contraception was introduced into our culture, the American mindset around fertility began to change. The positive Christian-based view of children and fertility slowly began to give way to a more negative, secular-based view. Where women once viewed fertility as a blessing that brings joy, a gift to be both given and received, they began to view fertility as a burden, something that needs to be eliminated because it interferes with our plans and our happiness. Fertility began to be seen as a threat, and threats bring with them fears. Unfortunately, these views have become so ingrained in our culture that they can affect the most well-meaning of Christians without them even knowing. Another common reason that we fear fertility is simply because we do not understand how fertility works. 𝗕𝗵𝗶 cooperates with the natural design of the body, but if we have never been taught about that design, we may not trust 𝗕𝗵𝗶 because we feel like we are not in control. When we feel like we are not in control of a situation, we become afraid. No matter what the root cause of your fear may be, In order to break the cycle of fight or flight, we must find a way to overcome fear. I'm going to pull up a worksheet for you that outlines a 4-step plan for overcoming fear and moving forward with NFP. The worksheet is available for you as a freebie. You can download it in 3 ways. First, if you subscribe to the NFP Engage conference via the landing page, you received an email containing a PDF file that lists links to all the conference freebies. If you did not subscribe via the landing page, or if you found this video after the conference, click the link in the video description below. I have also posted the link here for you so that you can type it into your browser. I'll pull up the worksheet now. Overcoming fear, a 4-step plan to help you move forward with NFP. Step 1 is simply to name your fear. The number 1 factor that prevents women from moving forward with NFP is fear. Think about what is preventing you from practicing NFP. What would need to happen in your life, or what would you need to hear from someone in order to move forward? Fill in the blanks. If I practice NFP, I'm afraid that. If someone would tell me that, I would be less afraid. Step 2 is to accept your fear and release it to God. NFP is a concrete yes to living out the teachings of the Catholic Church. And the teachings of the Catholic Church are countercultural. Know that it is okay to feel the way that you do. You are being asked to take a step out in faith, and you may be the first among your family and friends to do so. You cannot do this alone. You need God's help. Release your fears to God and ask for His grace. Pray the following prayer. Lord, I am afraid to practice NFP because please give me eyes to see fertility from your point of view so that I can overcome my fear and move forward. Step 3 is to face your fear. Sometimes we fear fertility because we perceive it as a threat, something that impedes or harms our goals, our plans, our health, or even our happiness. At other times, we fear fertility because we do not understand how our bodies work. We feel that we cannot trust it. No matter what root cause your fear may have, the best way to break the cycle of fear is through knowledge. In this step, you will be asked to sign up for an NFP class. At first, this may seem counterintuitive, but the approach that you will be taking will not put any pressure on you to use NFP. When you sign up for a class, you are simply making a commitment to learn about how your fertility works. You are not making a commitment to practice NFP. Explain this to your instructor. A good instructor will respect your boundaries and give you the space you need. Date of my NFP class. Step 4 is to conquer your fear. When we feel like we are not in control of a situation, we become afraid. Contraception is an attempt to gain control by giving control over to something else, in this case, a pharmaceutical. When we contracept, we plan our families in fear. When we understand how our fertility works, we are able to trust the design of our bodies. NFP puts you in control of your fertility because it empowers you to use your reason to plan your family. When we practice NFP, we plan our families in freedom. Knowledge makes you free, and freedom conquers fear. Examine your statements from step 1 in light of the knowledge that you have gained from your NFP class. Do they look different to you now? Make the following statement. I no longer need to fear because I understand how my fertility works and I am in control. We can also feel afraid if we feel like we are alone. Emotional support and expert guidance can help you overcome self-doubt and boost your confidence, giving you less reason to fear. Talk with your spouse or fiance about your fears. Tell him about your desire to make NFP work in your marriage and how important his involvement is to your success. Receive his assurance that he will be by your side. Make the following statement. I no longer need to fear because my husband is supportive and active in our use of NFP, and our instructor is available to assist us along the way. I am not alone. I am now ready to make a commitment to move forward with natural family planning. Scripture tells us, "For I am fearfully and wonderfully made." When a couple enters into the sacrament of marriage and experiences the gift of fertility in a profound way, this reality becomes very concrete to them. As they live out their vocation and journey through their reproductive years, they come to see that we often must wrestle with the fear before we can see the wonder. Learning to communicate our fears and overcome them as a spousal team prepares a couple for the challenges that come with discerning and navigating the ups and downs of planning a family. It also draws them very deeply into marital intimacy. It is my hope that this worksheet has taught you and your spouse skills that will benefit you throughout your entire reproductive life. May God bless your journey of fertility. If you would like to talk to an experienced natural family planning instructor about the fears you are wrestling with, or if you would like to learn more about SymptoPro Fertility Education, I invite you to reach out to me. You can find my email address on the bottom of the worksheet, 𝗘𝗲𝗴𝗏𝗿𝗂@cherryblossombuds.com. I would love to assist you on your journey of fertility.